What's going on, guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is Thursday the 15th of September and I'm about over 6 weeks, I believe, post-comp. I'm going to be doing another reverse diet diaries. A lot of you seem to really enjoy the last one I did. I don't know if I'll have many tips today, but hoping that me sharing my journey, thoughts, feelings, and what has kind of worked for me will help any of you who will be going into a reverse diet very soon yourself. So I'm just gonna update you on the past 2 weeks. My weight has kind of stayed around the 2.5 kilos, pushing on some days past 3 kilos above my stage weight. So it's slowly creeping up. I'm slowly looking a little bit softer. Some days I do really enjoy how I'm feeling. My muscles look nice and full and my shape and all are still there. And I've been coping really well mentally, not falling into old traps of overeating, over binging and things like that. However, I have not been as strict as I would have liked to be. Obviously, I am doing this myself this time. Again, I do not really recommend it. I always recommend making sure you stick with the coach post-comp at least for minimum 6 weeks, but recommended at least 10 weeks to go through a reverse with someone. It just really helps having someone there to help guide you along the way and keep you on track. What I'm doing is very advanced, and just because I've done 15 shows and I'm very disciplined, and this is why I'm able to do this. However, it's not perfect. So today I'll be sharing with you, the pros and cons, what I've done really well and what I haven't done so well. So I'll just go through the current calories that I had. So last week I started off with a little bit lower kind of average. I averaged about 1,600 calories. So I think the last time I updated you guys, I was trying to maintain around the 1,500 mark. So at the moment, 2 weeks ago, I pushed it to 1,600, and there was probably a couple of days, or probably 2 days, that I went up a little bit higher, more towards the 1,800, 1,900 range. So those are the days where I did train legs. So I kind of tried to listen to my body, and I was just really hungry. I needed to recover, and I've been training really hard. So I allowed myself a couple of higher days. I did really well 2 weeks ago. I think I only ate out twice. So I had Father's Day dinner that I told you guys about. We demolished a whole load of pizza. I really let myself enjoy that day fully. And the day before, I did have kebabs, which I estimated. So that day, estimated the calories, but I was still very much tracking. And so pretty much those were the 2 meals I had out 2 weeks ago. And then as of last week, I was feeling really hungry after the whole pizza and everything, and continuing to train hard. Obviously, weight slowly started to creep up as I bumped calories. So I bumped it to, when it's low, 1,700, but more so I've been hitting the 1,800 range. So I have bumped it up another 100 calories, still sticking on to the same sort of like macro split with my protein. It's high protein, high carb, and trying to keep the fats at about no more than 40 on the days I do track, because my free meals obviously are going to bust the whole fat macro allocation a lot. So I had 3 meals out last week. Thursday night, I had a home cooked dinner, and then I also got some Krispy Kremes. So yes, so far, like boundaries that I've been setting myself for the free meals is eating real whole foods. So like I said, when I went out for pizza, it was gourmet pizza. The kebabs I had were very well made by this beautiful place near my house. And actually, I just remembered, on that week that I had kebabs, I also went out for Persian dinner, which was absolutely amazing. So I had a Persian dinner, pizza, and kebabs 2 weeks ago. So those were my meals out. Again, it's all proper restaurant, prepared well, good ingredients, protein. Unfortunately, with the pizza, there was not a lot of protein, but that day I made sure that I definitely hit my protein targets. I didn't skip any meals. I still had my 5 meals. Some of the meals were literally just pure protein. So I think I just had like literally like just some chicken and veg before heading to have pizza. And of course, I also enjoyed dessert that day. But yeah, I've been prioritizing eating good, proper whole foods. And that is the key to kind of staying satiated and trying to stay away from overly crazy desserts. But last week finally caved. We had some homemade bakute by my mom that tasted amazing. And then me and Jeremy went out to buy a box of 12 of Krispy Kreme. So the thing with me is I don't really do things small. I go big and hard, but I do it smartly. So instead of eating the Krispy Kremes there, we brought it home to share with my family. So we all had little bits and pieces. So I was able to kind of try a bunch. I probably had a total of 3 donuts, not gonna lie. So that day we did bust the calories quite a bit. And then the following day, we went to my friend's restaurant. My friend is a chef, and then my best friend is the dessert chef. We ordered every single thing on the menu. There was 5 of us, so we did share it. I did enjoy the best dessert ever by my friend. We had like a tart and a Basque cheesecake. So I did make little TikToks on the pizza and also this particular meal, and I'm going to be adding it to the end of this clip. So if you'd like to see exactly what I had and watch my TikTok, stay to the end of the video. I will be sharing that at the end. It was amazing. It was beautiful. It was like protein filled as well. So we had like a bunch of pastas and lots of like protein foods, and he buys very high quality ingredients, and that's something I really value. I really don't want to be eating any junk. I want to make sure that I'm still fueling my body well. Yes, the calories are going to be high, but the key, I feel, for me is still looking okay and feeling great. That's the most important thing. Feeling great, not feeling like shit despite my weight climbing up. Yes, the calories are going to be high. There's no way around that. But I'm fueling my body with good quality foods, high quality proteins, still eating veg, and making sure I eat things that digest well as well is a big priority of mine. So I did enjoy those meals. I did bust the calories, and yeah, and then I went back on to my diet the following day, dropped it to 1,700 calories, back on track. And then on the Sunday, I headed over to Jeremy's parents' house. They made some homemade satay sticks. So again, we got the protein in there. She used leaner meats than they normally do if you buy in Asia countries and stuff. So we got lean meat for the satays. Obviously, the sauce and stuff is going to be high fat with the peanuts and the oils and stuff like that. But at least we got good high quality protein. And then she also made some beautiful curry puffs. So everything was homemade. And yes, again, calories super high. If you've ever had a curry puff, you know that they're super calorically dense. So yeah, lots of calories were consumed last week. So it's only natural that my weight started to hit close to 3 kilos above stage weight. So it was feeling kind of fluffy, but I got really good training sessions in. So that was good. And then this week went back down to 1,700 calories as of Monday, and yesterday, which was Tuesday, went up to 1,800 because again, I was feeling like after one day off a little bit lower, I was feeling really hungry. I trained quads really hard yesterday, so had a little bit of a higher day. And then yesterday, which was Wednesday, I went out for a nice late lunch. I ordered healthy, so nice and clean. Had also a pretzel, which was more higher carb, lower fat. And then we also got a bunch of like Asian bakery stuff. So I just love bread, not gonna lie, I'm a gluten queen. But my body digests gluten and flour and any baked stuff really well. I just don't do well with things that are overly high in fats and oils and butters and things like that. So for me, everything that I had yesterday, as much as it doesn't really fall in what I wanted in terms of eating like cleaner foods. But yeah, so I believe that I feel like Asian bakery stuff is not so bad, and the pretzel's not too bad either. It's, you know, so I've just pretty much kept it to that, and my weight maintained, which is great. So after yesterday's meal, it stayed good. Today I'm back on eating my usual calories again, probably aim for 1,800 mark, and then I'm gonna have a horrible weekend. So I'm gonna tell you guys what's gonna be happening. I'm trying to prepare myself for that. Tomorrow, which is Friday, we'll be having dinner with a bunch of Jeremy's friends. We'll be going out for some Thai food, which is going to be great. Love Thai food. Again, we're going to get some protein in there. We're going to get some veg, clean, high quality ingredients. Dinner's going to be great. However, alcohol will be consumed because it's just one of those nights. So hopefully we won't go too crazy, because the next day, which is Saturday, I have a hens and I am excited but a little bit anxious about it. There will be a lot of drinking, a lot of partying, and so I won't be training this whole weekend. So I usually don't like to train on the day that I'm going to be consuming alcohol, because alcohol just stuffs your recovery up. And there's no point me going into the gym, tearing my body down and not letting it recover, because the alcohol is going to interfere with that. So I foresee myself putting on a bunch of weight on Saturday. And then Sunday we have dinner with Jeremy's parents again, which I think they'll be cooking some kind of noodle. It will be like a soup noodle, again, all home cooked, handmade noodles and everything. So it's not going to be, again, it falls within the boundaries that I set myself with regards to eating high quality foods and really fueling my body well. So hopefully that won't be too bad, but I think I will still be recovering from drinking. My body doesn't deal well with drinking because I don't really drink that often. And then when I do, I tend to like drink quite a bit. And yeah, like I used to try and drink the lower calorie kind of stuff like vodka, lime soda water, but these days I'm like, I'm gonna drink when I enjoy myself. So I have been ordering cocktails and stuff a little bit more often, and I love drinking gin. So gin and tonic is like my go-to. I usually drink gin and tonic. Sometimes I like a pink gin, Roku gin, you know, just different types of gin. I'm a gin gal. I try to do shots as much as I can if I'm going clubbing, just to again keep the calories low, but alcohol really wrecks me. I hate having alcohol in my, well, I hate when my clients want to consume alcohol, or alcohol is a big part of like their, I guess, weekly, you know, it's something they just like to have a glass of wine here and there. It's just, for me, it's not worth it. Like there's a lot of downfalls to alcohol. Absolutely no alcohol in prep at all. No, just yeah, I just don't do it. I don't condone it for my clients either. There is a time and place for everything, and yeah, alcohol is just a big no exceptions on prep. But off season, we need to enjoy ourselves, so I will be allowing myself to drink tomorrow and on Saturday, and I will update you guys next week on how that goes. Yeah, so that's what's going to be happening. So in terms of how I'm feeling good. There are a few days that my energy has been a little bit lower, and so sometimes I do kind of listen to my body and give myself a little bit more food on those days, which takes a lot of control, and me being a coach, that's why like I can kind of do that. Otherwise, the best way to reverse is just have your set macros, stick to it for a whole week, let your coach make changes at the end of the week. So I am proud and also not so proud of myself, because I do want to be very strict and stick to the macros that I have set myself. However, I think I've balanced it really, really well. The high low days, going intuitively, going with my training and knowing how much my caloric input is, going by how I feel, how hungry I am when I wake up, and how my sleep quality is. So some days I do end up eating more than I planned. Again, keeping within the boundaries that I set myself, but not as strict as like I would like to be. And I do believe if I'm stricter, I would have an even better reverse. So I'm going to be here honest and admit that I haven't really been sticking to set strict macros, even on the days where I'm tracking and not having my meals out. Obviously busting the 3 free meals quota I set for myself this week, and next week I have a couple of things planned as well. So next week I also will have 4 meals out. So again, life happens, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm hoping to obviously balance out the meals, have some where I really hold back and keep it a little bit lower calorie, and then some other days just kind of letting myself enjoy it a little bit more. So I'm still trying hard with that. It's still hard because if I'm doing it right, and I have been, I stop before I'm really full and stuffed. Honestly, yesterday, even after like the pretzel and the breads and stuff, I was really, really hungry, and the temptation was there to eat more, because after eating all that, I was still starving. I had like, you know, like I allowed myself to eat out and eat the things I wanted, and I was still hungry, and you know, I went to bed hungry, and it is what it is, and that's why I feel like it's going to be really hard for a lot of people, but I'm very proud of myself for doing that. And I think the key, well, the two main things that has contributed to the pretty successful reverse I've had so far, I think it is pretty successful, is again, one, the high quality foods, especially on the days where I'm not eating out. So yeah, when I eat out, obviously I try to eat whole foods, make sure that, like, you know, proper cooks, chef made, no artificial stuff, no junk food, no like McDonald's and all that kind of crap. Like, I eat proper gourmet stuff a lot. It's very, very home cooked. I've been eating a lot of my parents and Jeremy's parents cooking, and of course, like, my friends are chefs, so easy fix with all of that. And we love going to nice restaurants, and I'm a big foodie. I value good quality foods that are made well and made with love. And then the next thing is obviously knowing that my satiety levels are not back to normal, so it's okay for me to not feel full and satisfied, and I stop when I'm feeling okay. When I'm not feeling hungry anymore is where I stop, and I don't wait till I feel like I'm full, because the full signals are not back yet, and they won't be back for a while, and that's okay, and that's normal, and that's something you guys need to know. You'll never really be full and satisfied. It's very rare. So, and that's the point I don't want to get myself to, because I know I've eaten to all super stuff before, and like, that's when I kind of go overboard, push it a little bit too much, and then, you know, things start to kind of go downhill from there, like really start stretching my stomach out, and then the next day I get even hungrier and all that kind of stuff. So the one thing that has been still really hard is whether I choose to eat at home and track my macros and stick to my macros, or whether I choose to have meals out and free meals. I am still not very full or satisfied. However, I'm not hungry anymore. So that's when I stop. And that's a very good mental thing to kind of like learn and teach yourself, that you don't have to be super full. Just eat. Let it sit and realize you're not hungry anymore. So you don't need to continue eating. You don't need to continue eating today, and you don't need to finish all the foods today. It'll still be there tomorrow. It'll still be there next week. And of course, I'll be going on a little bit of traveling in October, mainly for work. But yeah, we're going to be going to Queensland. I'll be visiting my cousins. We're going for the 2 national shows, and we're going to be eating a bunch of good stuff. So I know that there will be a time to come where I can eat everything my heart desires. It just doesn't have to be in a short period of time, and it definitely doesn't need to be right now, because your body is very prone to putting on body fat much quicker than usual, especially directly in the first 10 weeks post-show. So I just have to remember that, just have to be patient. Sleep's been going up and down. Honestly, I haven't been sleeping too well. I think it's because I'm trying to rein it back on the days where, I don't know, I think my metabolism is ramping up. So I think it's a bunch of different stuff. My metabolism has been ramping up, and I've still been being really strict. So I still have those diet feelings, you know, so my sleep hasn't been 100%. However, my recovery is going well, and my training is going absolutely amazing. I am so pumped to smash each session, and I think this is going to be the key for my longevity in this sport, is that I truly love the training, the work, and like going to the gym every single day. People sometimes go into a post-show blue and slump because they're so focused on show day, and they do everything for that outcome and that day, and so once that high and everything is over, they just have no more drive and motivation to train as much as prior. Yeah, they just fall into a little bit of a slump. Whereas with me, as much as I want to win, and I always want to win, and I always train to win, there is no set win end goal. I want to win. Whenever I win, it'll happen. But what I love more than that is the work to get there. And that's why winning feels so good, when you know how much you've put in, the time, the effort, and just enjoying each session and enjoying the journey, because I am so blessed to live this life, and I'm so blessed to be able to be a professional athlete and compete and all that kind of stuff, and I truly enjoy each day that I get to do this, and the work is done in the gym. So I'm very proud of myself for staying so focused and so determined, and just being 100% on top of my training. I really need to pat myself on the back for that. I've been doing really well with my training. My nutrition can be improved. My body, I'm still waiting for it to feel 100% again. Hormones are not fully balanced. I have to wait till next month to see how my cycle goes and stuff. So I did kind of get a period this month, but it's just kind of like, I know it's not normal yet. I don't know, TMI for if any of my male viewers are watching. But yeah, so my hormones, I know I'm not like 100% there yet, but it's getting there, and it's not as bad as most other people, so it's totally fine. So there's that, sleep, and the hunger. It's just been really hard, and like I said, some days I have been giving into it. The whole Krispy Kreme situation yesterday with the pretzels and the extra bread from the Asian bakery, and yeah, and again, some days where I aim to hit 1,700 and then go closer towards 1,800 mark, and then having more free meals than I had planned, and then having the alcohol, which I really don't like to have. I'm sure I'll have fun, but when it comes to fitness and doing the reverse, it's really just better not to. And yeah, so again, lots of areas I can improve on. Also, big confession, I've been really bad on hitting my steps, so that's something I need to improve on as well. My goal is 10,000 steps, and some days, honestly, I get 6,000, I'm not gonna lie. So I think a little bit of that weight gain is also because I haven't been keeping up with the steps. So that is the goal for next week. Try to minimize any damage this weekend. We'll see. Try to recover well on Sunday, and then Monday back on track with the training. So taking 2 consecutive days off, Saturday and Sunday, is huge for me. Haven't done that in a while. I know it's very normal for people to only train 5 days, but I am like 6 days a week is already like, I want to train more, you know. I'm like, can I just train 7 days a week? I know because I'm drinking, there is just no point, and I'm gonna feel like shit on Sunday anyways. So yeah, I'm going to see what happens. Keep you guys updated, keep busy. I've been really busy with work, so I think that has helped me a lot as well. Keeping a good routine, so you know, like you see at the beginning of this clip, I start with my usual breakfast, you know, do my same pre-workout routine and everything, and eat 5 meals a day, and keeping on like a schedule has helped a lot this reverse. And just, you know, staying busy, keeping busy, working, trying to be less food focused. I'm still really food focused, not gonna lie. I try to give myself the excuse that I'm helping Ethan find places to eat, because when he finishes like comp and stuff, so I've been looking a little bit more at like food stuff on Instagram and stuff, but it is hard for me as well. I'm looking forward to that. Like, I already bookmarked a bunch of places in Queensland and even in Perth, and already made plans to go to my best friend's new bakery that's opening up. Me and Tung want to go there and have more cheesecake, and yeah, there's a bunch of stuff I want to do and eat, and I've been thinking about it a lot, and I've been also still kind of craving a little bit of donuts and cinnamon scrolls and stuff. So yeah, but other than that, a lot of my eating has been trying my best to keep it very savory, staying away from overly sweet stuff, because that's when I go a little bit psycho. So yeah, and home cooked food. So next week, my parents are going to be making this Singapore chili crab situation, but with prawns. And then I'll be going out for a Japanese dinner and a Korean degustation dinner, and then Jeremy's parents might make nasi lemak. So I don't know, lots to look forward to. Again, I'm trying to keep it very savory. When I do go out for dinner, I will probably order dessert. And yeah, the one thing I've been doing when I do count my macros is I started to keep a little bit of macro targets for dessert, which I've been trying to just stay away from dessert altogether very much, but I find myself just wanting a little bit of dessert, low calorie, something small at the end of the day. So I've been letting myself have that, although I want to pull away from that, because all the dessert stuff, as good and as low calorie it is and whatever, and I'm still within my macros, the sources of fats is not like good fats. And what I really want to do is to make my regular days much cleaner. So on the days, even when I hit my macros perfectly, I probably eat like 80 to 90% clean, and then 10% the quality of food is not as high. So certain things obviously have a bit more fat in them, and I really want to be having high quality fat sources from my eggs, my avocado. I really want to have the ABC spread, macadamia nut oil, and more olive oil. I haven't been putting in any oils, and I've been not having as much eggs lately, although I did have them this morning, because I've been kind of saving my fats for a little bit more of the fun stuff, and I really want to change that going forward in the next few weeks. So right now it's working well to help me curb my cravings and all that kind of stuff, but in a couple of weeks I hope to eat much cleaner, much less processed stuff, much less sweet stuff, and make sure my fat macros are very high quality sources of fat on the days that I do prep my own meals and eat my own food. So that's the goal. Hopefully this has helped you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. It's Father's Day here in Australia, so I brought my family to one of the best pizza spots in Perth. Pizza is also one of my most favorite things to eat, so obviously I was super happy. And it's my second time here. Of course, we need to start with some protein. So we got some lamb skewers, which was absolutely amazing. It was a little bit fatty, but very delicious. Great way to start the dinner. And of course, we needed some salad, probably one of the best salads I've ever had. And of course, some pasta as well. We got the truffled pappardelle carbonara, and we ordered 4 whole pizzas because why not? We got the Al pizza, the Crudo pizza, the Diablo pizza, and the Ronaldo pizza, and they were all really good. Al is one of my favorites. It just has this amazing maple syrup taste, some onion, mozzarella, and even though I'm not a fan of pineapple, they had pineapple on there, which works so well. Jeremy's eating the Crudo right here, which is surprisingly really good. It is so simple yet works so well. The prosciutto was one of the best I've ever had. And I love spicy food, so Diablo was my fave. Dessert time! Look how jiggly the panna cotta is. Dad obviously didn't realize you can't share a cannoli, and he totally broke it, but we still all had a bite, and this tiramisu was absolutely phenomenal. My friend has opened a new restaurant in Willerton called Little Gans. And now that I'm not dieting anymore, I'm so happy to finally be able to try his food. The place is newly renovated, and that's my best friend there. She makes the desserts and helps out the chef. The place has a very small, homely feel, so make sure you definitely make a reservation. And we ordered every single item on the menu. So here is my friend Richard. He is the chef and owner. Absolutely love the open concept kitchen. We started off with some beautiful sourdough and some high quality butter. Simple and delicious. Stracciatella cheese and prosciutto. Kingfish sashimi with some nashi pear, coriander oil and lime. A beef tartare. Even though this is a free meal for me, I still prioritize protein, so I'm glad to get it in. Next, we got some beautiful octopus with some potatoes and harissa, as well as some beautiful lamb ribs. Pickled veggies on the side. Octopus is an amazing lean protein, but it was so not chewy at all. And this lamb ribs just fell off the bone. It was amazing. Obviously a little bit fattier, but so worth it. And then we had 4 pasta dishes. Linguine with chili and seafood. Gnocchi with beef. Tortellini and pappardelle, and these were all handmade as well. So beautiful. And how fluffy is that gnocchi? Each pasta was so unique in its own way. I feel like anyone who comes here has to try all 4. For sides, they have some Cajun fries and Kewpie mayo. And the 3 mains, again, lots of protein. Got the cod, the Angus sirloin, cooked to perfection. 2 proteins that I always eat, and my favorite that I rarely eat is that beautiful pork belly. Can't forget the veg, so we have some Brussels sprouts as well. And then the best part is dessert. This is a muscovado tart and the Basque cheesecake. My best friend bakes both of these, and I tell you, they were amazing. I love dessert, and I just freaking love every single thing she bakes, but she really outdid herself this time. I've been waiting so long to try her tarts, and the tarts were so good, but this was the highlight of my night. I've been waiting so long to eat a Basque cheesecake, and this was literally the best Basque cheesecake I've ever had in my life. Obviously, made with love and a lot of skill. It was so good, did not disappoint.